Getting started. Already, let's take a moment to connect with our word. The intention today is all about release. So I wanted to start off with a beautiful breath practice that helps us imagine gathering up whatever tension, stress, whatever it is that's constantly irritating and aggravating to us. And with our exhale, we're releasing it. So imagine tension is little particles that travel throughout your body. So with your inhale, imagine some of those particles are starting to gather up into the lungs. And with the exhale, you get to exit it right from the body. Take a couple of breaths like that. Inhale, more of it's gathering out of the body into the lungs. Exhale, release it entirely. Let's take 3 more like that, deep and full. And start to take the knees into the chest. And on each knee, and we do some gentle rocking for the low back. Let yourself move around just a bit. Find the movements and the sensations that feel helpful. Beautiful. Start to slide the left leg long to the ground. Right leg goes up to sky. Grab onto it. First moment to be with those hamstrings. Maybe we're including ankle rolls, maybe not. It's up to you. Whatever feels tight, work with it. So as we take our journey through class, you'll notice that different poses bring up different memories. They bring up different emotions. So I imagine that those are some of those particles that are just trapped in the muscles that are tight. So as we start to stretch all over the body, imagine we're freeing up some of those particles. And so then use that exhale to release from some of the stress that maybe it was carrying in our system. So one more huge breath right here. Nice inhale. Good exhale. We're going to take this to figure 4. So right ankle comes to left thigh. Hands thread around, hugging around left. Some of us can reach around thigh. Some of us can reach around shin. Make sure the head's relaxed down. Start to notice, now we're getting deep into the hip area. So same thing, if there's emotions, if there's sensations, if there's memories that start to come up, just pay attention to it, just notice, ooh, interesting. Maybe this was residing in this part of my body, kind of stuck. And then use that breath to help release what's no longer helpful. So another huge inhale here, deep into belly space. With the exhale, leave the legs in this unit, arms spread open to left and right. And this whole unit the legs are in tilts over to left. So with that nice twist, you'll feel extra sensation going on in the outer hip area. So just breathe there. I like how this one moves a little bit up into the IT band, even kind of waking up the spine just a little bit. Continue to breathe, collecting particles of stress, tension, whatever we're willing to release. Exhale, it leaves our system entirely. So another good inhale. With the exhale, this unit comes back upright, and then we drop the left foot to the ground. From that dropped left foot, We now tilt this unit over to the right. What that does is take left leg into internal rotation. If the weight of the right ankle resting on that left knee is a little bit too much, you feel that pressure in the knee, you can drop the foot down instead. But sometimes the weight can really be helpful for inviting it just a little bit deeper. New sensations, new areas, so continue to breathe, resting deeply into this spot. Inhale, exhale, and now we'll drop right foot down if it wasn't already. Take a few windshield wipers before we switch sides. So both knees to left, both knees to right. Movement helping to increase circulation. Good. Back to stillness. Right leg will slide long. Left leg reaches up to sky. Grab on wherever you can reach. Feel that nice extension upward. Maybe ankle rolls, maybe not, your preference. Two more breaths, all the way into belly space. And we're placing this left ankle to right thigh, figure four hug. Sometimes right when I first take my hands to clasp, I need some movement, a gentle rocking in the hips. So if that's helpful, you can take it for a little while. Eventually it feels, for my body, like I can just rest and let the muscles sink deeply into the shape. So if that's the same experience, feel free to go through the same thing. If not, just play with what feels helpful for you right now. So arms will start to spread open, legs tilt over to the right. Introducing the aspect of twisting, as well as this nice IT band hip opener. And maybe there's several poses that pass by without any sorts of emotions or memories or anything like that coming up. But just notice, keep on paying attention to it. It's kind of like watching the sky for clouds that pass by. Eventually there will be something. So just pay attention. Maybe we just need to find the right area of the body that's holding the majority of stress, tension. 2 more breaths here. After that second exhale, this unit comes back up, but then right foot drops to floor in the center of mat. And let the whole unit tilt over to left so that the right leg gets brought into internal rotation. Always remember you can drop the foot down if it's too much. Just enjoy it if it feels good. Last nice inhale. Beautiful exhale. Take the legs back up. And here we'll take it to happy baby. Just grabbing onto each foot if you can reach it. You can absolutely add rocking motions or straightening of a leg up to the sky and then switching. Play around with it for a moment. Every day is a new day with our bodies, so find out what's going on today. Beautiful. So as we start to release our hands, our knees come together, our arms fall open to the ground once more, the knees fall over to the left, a deeper spinal twist than before. Pull more muscles up the back, adding on. Start to lift the knees up, take it over to second side. And last breath, all the way into belly space. Easy exhale. And then we will rise the knees up. We'll work our way up to sitting. If you'd like to roll like a ball 2 or 3 times, that can feel really nice. Kind of like that windshield wiper earlier, it can just add circulation to the body. Good. So ultimately when we're up, let's take it into cobbler, bottoms of feet together. Let's try to lengthen the spine upward as much as possible. With that long spine, we'll tilt forward. And when we can't reach any further, then the muscles in the back can relax. Curving down. Take a moment to let the head rock left and right a few times. Sometimes the neck is where we hold our tension, so ease some of that stress right out. And as spine rises back up, leave the left foot tucked in, right leg opens out. First, we're going to plant the right hand to the right, left hand leans up and reach over. Just a couple of breaths from that long stretch. Good. Now start to curve that left arm down. We're falling to stretch over the straight right leg. Start to walk the hands directly forward. Then as we continue to walk the hands over toward the left, we're going to allow the right knee to pivot forward, the toes tuck back. Just lean over that left leg. If you don't feel any sensation at all, once you've got that leg tucked, walk your elbows back forward. So you could stay right here. You could start to send that right leg And a mount backwards, not quite to full pigeon, but kind of halfway there. Bring that inner thigh, opening up just a bit more. Once again, you could stay with that first option, this second option, or go all the way back to full pigeon. The right leg straightening back behind us. Personal preference there. So here, coming up to hands planted on the ground. Depending on which variation you're in, if you're in version 1 or 2, just walk your hands backwards behind you to take a little bit of a quad stretch if that leg is more forward. If you're here in the full pigeon, you're coming up to a nice back bend shape, and then option, if you'd like, to grab your right hand to that right foot, quad stretch. So no pressure either way. Just a new sensation. So we're gradually transitioning through all sorts of areas of the body. Inhale. And then exhale. We're purposely rocking our weight onto left hip. We're swinging this right leg back forward. Take it all the way into pigeon pose. Or sorry, cobbler's pose. That's what I meant. Let yourself tilt forward. So stacking the spine back up. We're going to twist over our right shoulder. So one hand might be helpful at the ankle area, one hand behind us. Try to keep the vertebrae stacked as much as possible. Good, and then twist over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Returning forward, left leg opens. So first things first, left hand plants to the left, right hand reaches up and over. Feel that side body open up nicely. There we go. As this right hand starts to drop down, we're stretching over that straight left leg. Start to walk the hands more forward. As hands continue to walk a little further to the right, let the left leg tuck back. And stay here, or again, if right away you feel nothing, then perhaps the elbows inch their way back forward to top of mat. Staying here or sliding that left leg back halfway. An option to stay here, option 1, option 2, or go to full option 3, pigeon pose. Like extending all the way back behind us. Starting to walk up to hands. Again, if you're still option 1 or 2, just walk your hands backwards, so it's more of like a quad stretch. If you're in the full pigeon, we're either staying in the back bend or left hand grabs for left foot, your choice. Inhale. Exhale, rock your weight onto this right hip. Left leg swings around. One more cobbler. Lift up to tilt forward. The spine lengthens back up. Grab the left knee, flip it over to the right. Plant both hands toward the back of the mat. You could stay up on hands, or maybe one elbow drops down, or both. It's spinal twist. Imagine twists are really good at helping me release some of that stuff that's been stuck in the body. So enjoy one more breath on this half. And as we come up to the hands, let's switch sides. Both knees over to left. Hands up behind you again. And drop down, maybe the elbows if it feels good. It's not too intense. So back up to hands. As we face forward, we're going to cross our legs. See if you're able to roll forward and through to kneeling. Once you're there, take 2 or 3 nice cat cows. In the vertebrae to continue to integrate together, moving in a flowing action. to take a few more. If you're ready to come up to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. There'll be some motion in the legs as we're traveling back down to hamstrings. And legs in stillness for the down dog. Right leg floats up behind you. That right knee to the nose, shifting forward into plank. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it back up behind. And then step that right foot in between hands. That toe rotates down. Warrior 1, sweep the arms up to the sky. Passing hands behind the back. We'll take a little shoulder stretch, bowing forward. Release the hands to drop down to the floor, surrounding that front foot. And then 3 times that front leg tries to straighten as much as possible. It might not go all the way straight, that's okay. And return back to bend. Nice and slow like that. 2. Try to hold in a long position. And back to bend. Last one, the longest so far. And bend. Sweep the arms back up to warrior 1. Nice inhale. Open up warrior 2. A nice bend in that front knee. The knees tracking open like pinky toe direction. Travel into extended side angle. Right elbow rests on the thigh. Top arm stretches over. Maybe we go side ribs again. Beautiful. Up to warrior 2. And reverse it. Left hand rests on left leg. Right hand reaches up to sky and even traces backwards. Back up to warrior 2. Front leg straightens. Triangle. Reach the right hand forward. Drop right hand to shin. Left hand up to sky. Good. Warrior 2. Front knee is bent. Circle the back hand up, shifting to warrior 1. Nice moment with warrior 3. Maybe the arms serve to airplane arms, or maybe they can stay by the ears for that nice balance point. Good. As you rise up, we're taking that left leg onto right thigh, figure 4. Hands at the heart. Try to sit yourself back. The knee doesn't go past toes or sitting glutes back instead. So maybe hands drop down to the rest on the foot and the knee. Sometimes it's fun to try to see if fingers can reach the floor, your preference. Beautiful. We'll rise our way up, drop that foot down. We're standing up at the top. Inhale, circle arms to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step walkers up back to plank or kneeling plank. Strongly lower chaturanga. And we'll take it into a nice Sphinx pose. So elbows down, belly gets drawn forward and forward. Swivel the left hand in to prop us up. Right hand is free to try to grab right toes. Quad stretch, pull it in. release. Now it's right hand propping us up. And grab left hand to left foot. Beautiful. Release. Allow the hands to travel under the shoulders and then press up and back to child pose. You're welcome to stay here a bit longer. Whenever you feel happy, satisfied, you're welcome to go up to downward facing dog. So let's float left leg up, three-legged dog. Knee to nose and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it back up high. And then swing that left foot underneath the hands. Back toe rotates down, arms sweep up. Warrior one. So this opposition is we're reaching up. We're trying to lower the strength of the legs down. Clasp hands behind back, bow forward, shoulder stretch. Releasing hands, they plant on either side of that front foot. Front leg does the best it can to try to find its way a bit straighter. And let it bend. Twice more. Straighten, hold, and bend. One more. Good. Back to bend. Warrior one, arms rotate up. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, we rotate open. And extended side angle. Left elbow, rest down. Right arm stretches up over, forward to mirror. And rising up, reverse it. Right hand to right leg, left hand up and back. Warrior two, straighten front leg, triangle, left hand reaches forward, drop it to shin, right hand up to sky, rotate the back as if you're trying to align your spine against the wall behind you. Beautiful. Warrior two. Warrior one, facing forward. Balancing on the front leg, maybe airplane arms. Warrior three. Good. And rising up, we're transitioning to our standing version of that figure four, right ankle to left thigh. Maybe we're more upright, almost like a tree pose, just trying to find the balance. Maybe you are starting to transition the standing leg to a bent shape. Sitting the glutes back. Hands can be at heart. Hands can be on the leg. Hands can be on the floor, your preference. Beautiful. So from here, we release and rise. We're standing on right foot. Left foot comes back behind us, quad stretch. So if you don't feel a quad stretch just by grabbing the foot, your first step would be align the knees. Your next step would be tucking your tailbone under. Little pelvic scoop. Those that want to stay, this is fine. Those that want to take 2 or 3 breaths in dancer's pose, flip the grip, extend this right arm up, counter stretching, the kick of the foot back. Beautiful. Rise, release, right foot. So if you don't feel the stretch, remember first step, knees come aligned. Second step, pelvic bone tucks under. If you'd like our dancer, go ahead and enjoy a couple of breaths there. Beautiful, beautiful work. Release. Circle arms up to sky. Nice inhale. Exhale. Dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting hands. Travel back. Child pose, down dog, or maybe the flow. Your preference. Beautiful. So from a down dog position, we're going to lift right leg up to sky. Take the right knee to nose. Twist the knee to the left and then extend the right leg to the left. If the balance is precarious here, just stay. If you'd like a brief moment, lifting left hand up, fallen tree. Good. His left hand comes back down. Continue to slide this right foot to the left, setting the right hip down onto the ground. Keeping the leg behind us extended, trying to keep this leg extended to the side. It could be a 90-degree angle. You could scoot it up higher if you've got the mobility, so it's up to you. But either way, we're facing our torso forward, staying on hands, or dropping down to one elbow or both elbows. It does get us into IT band. It's not only massaging the IT band just with the weight of our body, but it's also bringing it into a nice stretch. Good. So from here, we're transitioning up to a seated position. Our hands plant. Our right leg is going to slide forward up to the top of the mat. Left foot is planted upright. We're going to take a twist with that left leg. So right hand reaches up to sky for a moment, and then hook your right elbow to the outer left thigh, and then continue to spiral the spine around behind you. Left hand is welcome to plant that floor. And if you prefer just a hug inside, that's beautiful. So enjoy a few more breaths here, spine opening up nicely. Paying attention to any sensations, memories, any emotions that are still coming up for us. Breathe them right out. Good, and then returning forward, allow that left thigh to rotate down to the ground. Circle the arms up to sky, a huge inhale. Exhale, stretch forward. Rising up from here, perhaps you transition back to kneeling through, crossing the legs, rolling forward and through. And as the legs come back behind, we're up and down to hug. Let the left leg floats for a moment. Take knee to nose, hold. Rotate that knee to the right, extend the leg to the right. Maybe right hand rises if you're steady enough. No pressure if not. Good. Right hand down. Slide the foot further to the right until we're on that left hip on the floor. One leg is looked back behind us, one leg to the side. Maybe you slide it higher, maybe not. But ultimately we end up twisting the spine, lowering to one or both elbows. Starting to rise back up. That left leg stays straight. It swings around in front of us. Right foot plants. Good. Twist. Reach that left hand up high. And either hug or hook around the knee. Nice inhale. Exhale, rotate forward, the thigh falls down. Nice circling of hands up to sky, extend the spine up before we tilt forward and reach. So rising up, we're extending both legs out in front of us. Allow both legs to be a part of this stretch. Inhale up, exhale, lean forward. Totally fine if the knees are a little bent. It's all a journey. Not so much about the destination, it's about each of these steps that we take. Arriving to class day after day, working through some of these emotions that might be preventing our muscles from wanting to release into a longer shape. So lengthening the spine back up to a tall seated place. Try to engage the core and roll onto your back one vertebrae at a time if possible. Beautiful. And here we're ready for a nice cat chasing its tail pose, adding in the twisting hamstring and hip opening, or quad, I guess, stretches that we've been working on all class. So start off with both knees coming into the chest. Good. As the arms open up, the knees start to fall over to the left. This is the first aspect of the cat chasing its tail. If you don't want to go any further, just enjoy this. Nothing wrong with that. Second aspect would be hamstring stretch for the right leg. So right leg starts to straighten out to the left side. Straighten out right in front of you. I like to use my left hand to slide down that right leg as far as I can reach. Maybe I'm reaching for calf, maybe I can find the toes. This is the second aspect. You don't have to go any further if you don't want to. The last aspect is right hand grabbing left toes behind your back for the quad stretch. Turn the right shoulders back open to the ground for the twist. And we've got twist, quad, and hamstrings all elongating at the same time. Just enjoy a few good breaths right here. By the way, if you don't feel the quadricep stretch part of it, continue to adjust the knee further to point further down to the base of the mat. Try to keep the breath slow and steady. Let's try to find about 5 more breaths. Deep inside and out. 4. Release tension with your exhale. 3. 2. And 1. So hands release from their respective spots. Bring the knees back to the bench shape. Hand on each knee right in the center, rocking for a moment. When you feel ready, both knees fall to the right, arms spread open. Option to extend left leg toward the right hand. Maybe the right hand helps it out by holding onto calf or toes. Option to complete the pose, taking left hand to the right toes behind the back and pointing the knee down. Same thing, once you've got it, just start breathing. So many sensations going on. Sometimes there's a sense of anxiety, even panic that comes around. And it's that slow recognition with yoga that sometimes that's the moment to hold poses. Allowing the pose to relax. Allowing our mind to relax. Allowing the tension to release. If it's painful sensations, that's an invitation to go less deep. But if that's not the case, just keep breathing. Inhale, gathering up tension. Exhale, release it all up outside of our system. So another 3 delicious breaths. Inhale deep. Exhale, let that tension go. 2. And 1. Good. We'll start the journey towards Shavasana here. So if there's last stretches your body needs, take them. That might look like a happy baby. That might look like a flower pose. There's lots of options. Just take any last things that will help your body to feel balanced and complete. No rush to get to Shavasana and no dictation of exactly what Shavasana needs to look like today. Just eventually find yourself in a comfortable resting spot. I mentioned, there's no rush. Take all the time you need, as it's naturally going to fall. Some of us will come into our Shavasana sooner than others. So when you feel ready for that point, again, take a few of these breaths that we started with. Inhale, gather tension, exhale, release it. Maybe count another 5 or 6 of those, just letting it all go until you feel like the mental quality is able to just release, be in this beautiful, relaxed, present place. begin to deepen the inhales, gathering up any last remaining bits of tension in the body. Deepen the exhale, releasing it right out. Start to introduce little movements back to the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching the body out in ways that feel really good. Perhaps taking a nice fetal position off to one side. Two or three more breaths until you feel ready to rise to a comfortable seated place. As we rise, we join our hands together in front of heart. And allow ourselves to reconnect with that intention one more time. Recognizing this energy of release, kind of like the rain washing all the dirt away. We're able to find a new type of cleanness, this freshness, when we're able to release what no longer serves us. So with this idea of release, send us on. Let's wrap up the time we got to share together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.